Roller Champions is not actually out yet, but it did have a closed alpha over the last week, so I thought I'd pad up and give you my first impressions on the skating sports spectacle. Despite being a super unique idea, the rules of Roller Champions are fairly simple. It's a 3v3 game with players fighting for control of a ball while skating around an oval ring. You score a point when your team has completed a lap and nailed the goal. The more laps you complete, the bigger your points will be. It's kind of like Rocket League, but without the cars, rockets, and wide open maps. There's certainly balls and goals though, and also a whole heap of tactics. You could attempt multiple laps with the ball in the hope of extra points, or just toss it in the goal after one lap for a quick and assured leg up against your opponents. You could be the one running with the ball, or the brute that knocks down the other pesky team. Because the real trick comes in keeping the ball amongst your team. I've never scowled at a digital player in my life, but the opposite team in this game, oh, you got my fist a-shaking. There's always a cheeky joy as you ram into the opposition, forcing them to drop the ball, though that joy is often snatched away from you by your nemesis as they knock you down and take back that ball. Not to worry, you can just hammer down that crouch button and boost away. String together some momentum-based crouches and you'll be speeding around the circuit in no time. With the speedometer in the corner, Roller Champions quickly becomes a fast-paced and frantic display of skill. Or not. Now, the game's greatest strength is its reliance on teamwork. After all, teamwork makes the dream work. Keeping tabs on where everyone is on the track is a necessity, as you'll constantly need to counter the opposing team's attacks or be ready to catch your teammates' passes. If you or your team are not on the ball, the game will go south real fast. But if you're all on the same wavelength, incredible tactics will string together to result in a brilliant flurry of skill and, of course, a goal.
Orange goal is active!
I have never really found myself enthralled in a sport. Both digital and in the real world, I've tried them all, but none of them ever seem to stick. But here, in the world of Roller Champions, I think I found my groove. There's so many directions a match can take. Never has the lack of a point being scored for 5 minutes straight been so much fun. It's that consistent state of uncertainty that makes every second a total exhilarating rush. Now, probably my only complaint was the servers. They seem to really suffer at times with an occasional string of lag. Players consistently dropped out of the game's frame rate took many a dive, and in one match I felt like I was transported back to 2016 with both teams seemingly dropping into the mannequin challenge. But hey, it's likely just one of the kinks to iron out before full release, and hopefully in its full release we'll also get to see a couple of different game modes. The main state of play is certainly enough to keep me around, but a couple of shakeups to the formula would only further pull me in. I'd also hope to see more varied maps, as the few featured in the alpha were just basic reskins, with the layout remaining pretty much identical. Hopefully the developers will pull upon the teachings of games like Rocket League with their drastically different maps allowing for a stack of unique tactics. But this being the alpha, it's only a slice of the mayhem in store for the full release, and for now, it's more than enough fun for me. From the fast-paced rolling tension to the smooth animations of each player, there's a real solid potential for a new gaming great here. As it's not officially out yet, I won't be giving Roller Champions our usual rubber chicken rating. Instead, it's a solid will sporting ability out of 5. Despite what just happened, good score.